All right, guys, let's make these easy chicken Phillies. So we are going to start by adding a couple tablespoons, maybe about a tablespoon of oil to this pan. I'm just using a roasted garlic oil. We just want to make sure we, get the bottom of our pan a little oiled. Then, guys, I'm going to add a fourth of a cup of onion. I didn't really measure it out to measure it. I just had some frozen vegetables. Y'all know how I do. I got some frozen peppers too. I keep both peppers and onions frozen in my freezer. But these are actually from my garden, so there's that. So I'm just going to saute these down. I'm going to cover them for a little bit, which will help soften them up to get the ice off of them. And then we're just going to saute them down some. So I will be back. All right, guys, so we let it cook down some. Now we're going to add in some mushroom. And basically, you're going to just add what you like to have in your Philly cheesesteak. So if you don't like onions and peppers, don't put onions and peppers. If you don't like mushrooms, don't put mushrooms. Put what you want in your chicken Philly. This is just what my husband likes in his. So I do fix my daughters and mine differently, but I cook up the vegetables just to get that out the way. So now we're going to season up the vegetables. We're going to add some salt. You don't need to add too much. You see, I just did like a pinch of salt. We're going to add some black pepper. And this is just the seasonings that I'm adding. You add what you like. We're going to add some garlic powder. And we're going to add some onion powder. And guys, just stir that up. And some people don't season their vegetables. If you don't do that, you don't have to do that. I just do. I'm going to season the vegetables and I'm going to season the chicken. And it don't take long to saute up some vegetables. So if you know, you know. It just takes a few minutes. I'm actually wanting to add some blessed seasoning too. I thought I had my salt-free one, but I think I only have the low sodium one. So I'm going to add some of that too later. We're going to put our vegetables to the side and we'll add them back in later because we don't need them mixed in with everything because like I told you, everybody don't like all that in theirs. So now I'm going to add a little more oil to this pan and we're going to cook this chicken up. Y'all, this meal is so quick and easy, like it's no effort to it. I've taken some chicken breast and I've kind of cut it up already into small pieces. You can use chicken breast or you can use chicken thighs. I'm going to drain it out because there's a lot of water in there. So I don't want to put that water on top of the oil. So I'm going to drain out some of the fluid. But like I said, you can use whatever parts you want. If you don't like chicken breast at all, just use all chicken thighs. If you like mixing it, mix it. It's whatever you like. There's no special way of getting it done. Just do it. All right. So we're going to cook this chicken down. We're going to let it get nice and browned. And we're going to season this up as well. All right, so let's add some seasonings to it. I'm going to use this garlic, pepper, and salt and pepper seasoning by McCormick's. It's just one that I like because it has everything already in it. And then this, I'm going to add some of my blessed seasoning to this as well. So That's what we're going to put in this one. You don't want to add too much seasoning because we also seasoned the vegetables. And that is the low sodium blessed seasoning by my Renaissance Grandma here on YouTube. So you can check her out. She has an Etsy shop. And let me tell you, these seasonings are on point. So guys, this is all we're going to do. We're going to let it brown up some. You know, you want to get some brownness on the chicken some. And then we will come back. All right, guys, so we let it get nice and browned up some. So I'm going to take some of it out, which is going to be mixed up with the vegetables. And I'm going to make my daughter's cheesesteak because she doesn't like all those vegetables in hers. She just likes the chicken and the cheese, and that's it. So I'm going to add some light mozzarella cheese to it. You can add provolone cheese. You can add actually whatever cheese you like. How about that? So you add what you like to it. But that's what I'm going to add to it. Just a little mozzarella cheese on there. And then we're just going to cover it to let it melt some. And then I will get her rolled together. And I just put a little mayo on hers because she really don't like sauces like that or any kind of spreads. She's not a big fan of those things. Pretty much ketchup is all she really eats, to be quite honest. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that. Because who want a dry sandwich, y'all? These kids will eat dry sandwiches. But I still be sneaking it. I have to cook like I would want mine a little bit. So there's that. So it still needs to melt a little bit more. So I'm going to let it melt up some more. And it'll keep melting after we put it on the roll. So I'm not really that worried about it. And as you saw, I took it off the heat a little bit because I didn't want it to just keep cooking. I just really want the cheese to melt. And my eye was still really hot. So keep that in mind. All right, guys. So we're going to get her sandwich put together. We're going to try to gingerly scoop up our cheese and meat mixture onto the roll. And there we go. We got us a chicken Philly. All right, guys. So that's my daughter's sandwich. And that's what we working with. Now we gonna make up this other one. So I'm gonna clean out the skillet a little bit, some of that melted cheese on the bottom, because I'm gonna dump everything back into the skillet and let it all kind of cook together a little bit. And y'all use these non-stick skillets. Even though mine are old, they ain't like they new ones. Some of them are a little raggedy, but they still be non-stick, so I take it. And all I'm doing is wiping it out. So I'm dumping that cheese, that cooked cheese from the bottom out of it. And now I'm just going to spray it a little bit. I'm not even going to add any more oil to it. I'm just going to spray it so things don't stick at the bottom. And we're going to add this chicken and vegetables back in. And quite honestly, guys, if it wasn't for the fact that I was recording, I would already be done. Let's just be real. This meal is quick. Like, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, maybe a little more than 10 minutes. Not much. So it's a quick dinner. And now I'm just getting the stuff together for my husband's. He likes to have some lettuce and tomato on his, along with mayo. And then I'm also putting it on the roll just like I did my daughter. So, and all I'm doing now is separating it out as enough for 2 sandwiches, because it is. And it's enough for 2 meaty sandwiches. Y'all know how y'all men eat. Y'all be wanting extra on y'all stuff. So it's plenty enough in there for 2 sandwiches. He'll usually have one for dinner and then there'll be one for later. So there's that. And then all I'm going to do is the same thing I did with the other one. Now I've just turned the eye off completely and put the lid back on it, and then to let the cheese melt down some. And while the cheese is melting on the chicken, I'll get the other stuff together and ready. So we'll just slice up some tomato and get the lettuce ready and get everything ready to build up the sandwich. And y'all, don't be like me, cutting stuff in your hand, but I do. Use a cutting board if you feel more safe doing that, or a plate or whatever, something to cut it on. But y'all, listen, this lady right here been cooking since she was 9 on my own. I've been cooking, helping others since earlier than that. I come from a family of ladies who cook and be in that kitchen, so I'm not afraid of no knife. I'm careful but not afraid. So we sliced up a little bit of tomato, and we're going to break off some of this lettuce. I'm just going to rinse it off. And then we'll have our lettuce and tomato for the sandwich. And all we're going to do is some lettuce, some tomato, and some mayo. And we're going to be done with this. We're just going to build it up. And then I'll show you what it look like. How about that? All right, and yes, when you rinse off your lettuce, just dry it off a little bit with a paper towel because you don't want it making your bread all wet. So we're gonna add some mayo to the bread, and that's just how he likes it. So that's how I'm making it. Some people like my oldest daughter, when she was still home, I would put mayo and mustard on hers because that's how she liked it. She didn't like peppers and mushrooms, but she liked onions and banana peppers. So that's how I made it. So it's just a matter of what you like. Make it the way you like it. When you go to the restaurant and order your cheesesteak, make it at home that way. Make it at home that way. I make them also sometimes with steak. I just buy a skirt steak and slice it up real thin, and then you can just saute it up with some veggies if you like that, and make you a Philly that way. But my family prefers the chicken Phillies over the steak Phillies, so we don't typically do the steak ones as much. All right, so let's maneuver our meat and cheese mixture into our bun. I be trying to do it, y'all, to make it all pretty. And this is not even because I'm on camera. I always try to do that. I'm weird. Listen, most people are visual when they eat, so I be wanting it to look right. And then we just gonna slide our lettuce up in there too. You saw I already put the tomatoes on there. All right, move those other pieces off. We don't even need them. And there's our sandwich, guys. So that's a Philly cheesesteak. Like I said, if I wasn't recording, it'd been done already. They'd be eating right now. So I hope y'all try this recipe, guys. Don't forget to thumbs up the video. If you like the content, don't forget to share and like and comment below and let me know what you think about it. Like I said, I hope you try this recipe, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.